Atlantic City, often known by its initials AC, is a coastal resort city in Atlantic County, New Jersey, United States. The city is known for its casinos, boardwalk, and beaches. In 2020, the city had a population of 38,497. It was incorporated on May 1, 1854, from portions of Egg Harbor Township and Galloway Township. It is located on Absecon Island and borders Absecon, Brigantine, Pleasantville, Ventnor City, Egg Harbor Township, and the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic City inspired the U.S. version of the board game Monopoly, which is reflected in the use of Atlantic City street names in the game. Since 1921, Atlantic City has been the home of the Miss America pageant. In 1976, New Jersey voters legalized casino gambling in Atlantic City, and the first casino opened in 1978. Geographically, the city is part of the South Jersey region. Wikipedia. The three road routes into Atlantic City are the Black Horse Pike/Harding Highway, US 322/40, White Horse Pike, US 30, and the Atlantic City Expressway. Atlantic City is roughly 132 miles, 212 kilometers south of New York City by road, via the Garden State Parkway, 55 miles, 89 kilometers southeast of Philadelphia. One of the earliest boardwalks in the USA was designed in New Jersey and opened June 26, 1870, in Atlantic City. A boardwalk is a promenade along a beach or waterfront. In North America, and particularly in the United States, many waterfront commercial boardwalks in the United States have become so successful as tourist attractions that the simple wooden pathways have been replaced by esplanades made of concrete, brick, or other construction, sometimes with a wooden facade on the surface. An entertainment boardwalk often contains an amusement park, casinos, or hotels on a pier-like structure. Wikipedia. Atlantic City's Jewish history dates back to 1838, when the first boardwalk was constructed to prevent sand from being tracked into trains and hotels. Working-class daytrippers, middle-class vacationers, and wealthy tourists began spending their summers by the sea. Atlantic City soon became a fantasy world from which they could come home with postcards, said to have originated here, souvenir trinkets, saltwater taffy, and photographic portraits. The southeast inlet part of town became a destination for Jews of varied ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds. Many originally came as tourists and returned to take advantage of employment and business opportunities. To accommodate them, the city teamed with Jewish-owned rooming houses, small hotels, apparel stores, jewelry shops, pharmacies, restaurants, groceries, theaters, and clubs. The first Jewish high holiday service was held in a private residence in 1888, followed in 1893 by the establishment of the first synagogue, Congregation Beth Israel, a Reform community on Pennsylvania Avenue. The first kosher hotel, the Rosnor Villa, and the Orthodox Rodef Shalom Synagogue both opened in 1896. Jewish tourists flooded the resorts, too, and 10,000 Jews settled there permanently by mid-century. Many Holocaust survivors settled in Atlantic County, and though they had no farming experience, took on the chicken and egg business. Lou Tendler, a southpaw boxer who lost only 8 times in 167 fights and was inducted into both the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, opened Mammy's Restaurant, where you could order 2 donuts and a cup of coffee for 15 cents. The restaurant closed in the 1970s. Al Gold became Atlantic City's official photographer, capturing images of presidents and movie stars. His personal favorite, recalls his daughter, Vicki Gold Levi, was Marilyn Monroe, who was the Grand Marshal of the Mississippi America Parade in 1952. Levi, co-author of Atlantic City, 125 Years of Ocean Madness. In Bess Meyerson was crowned the first and still only Jewish Miss America. Mr. Peanut used to point visitors to a miniature boardwalk at the Atlantic City Historical Museum, until the museum closed in 2016. Atlantic City is sprinkled with Jewish entertainers like Eddie Cantor and Jerry Lewis, as well as short films of the beach shot by Thomas Edison and videos of the high-diving horses at the Steel Pier, which I was lucky enough to see in person. The Atlantic City Convention Center is a large convention center located in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Opened on May 1, 1997, the center includes 500,000 square feet, 46,000 square meters of showroom space, 5 exhibit halls, 45 meeting rooms with 109,000 square feet, 10,100 square meters of space, a garage with 1,400 parking spaces, and an adjacent Sheraton hotel. The Societies for Experimental Biology, FACEB, was formed in 1912. They held their national meeting in Atlantic City's Convention Hall from 1954 through 1982, ending about the same time casinos came to Atlantic City. In my early days in graduate school, late 1960s, my wife, who was also in medical research, went every year for quite a while to the FACEB meetings in Atlantic City. Since my wife keeps kosher, we needed a kosher hotel to stay at. We stayed mostly at the St. Charles Hotel. The St. Charles Hotel, strictly kosher, was built in 1906 and demolished in 1974. The Atlantic City Boardwalk was put up to keep hotel patrons from tracking sand into the hotel lobbies. The St. Charles Hotel was one of the first to benefit. It occupied the entire block at New Jersey Avenue and it had its own connection to the boardwalk. St. Charles Place holds a key position on the original Monopoly board, right next to jail. The Showboat Casino now occupies this piece of land, where the St. Charles Hotel once stood. The hotel restaurant make all kosher patrons kosher box lunches for the meetings. Most of the photos of Atlantic City were taken during FACEB meetings.